We're here today to present our marketing plan within the marketing management course for a company called Kronkompaniet in Mullsjö. My name is Jonathan.
My name is Eric.
My name is Petter.
My name is Simon.
And my name is Victoria.
So this report will not be the usual academic report that you will see. We got a lot of freedom both from our company and also from the school for the best way to attract this company with our knowledge and our ideas. So this will be a pure marketing plan in a lot of means for Kronkompaniet, how to establish their new company and how to reach their target customers and any customers at all. Pretty much. So let's kick it off with a marketing mix with the 7 P's. Simon.
Yes, so the marketing mix, we have included 7 P's. From the beginning it's only 4 P's, but nowadays they have increased the P's to get it more specific. So we have product, place, price, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. So Erik, let's go.
Yeah, so let's start with product. One of Kronkompaniet's most valued concepts is to have a product which are easily traceable from producer to consumer and sustainable both in an environmental and social context. The most notable product is ecological sheepskins from the mountains of Transylvania, which are hand-sewed into different patterns. The company also intends to introduce authentic items such as crystal crowns, which they restore and polish in order to boost the price. And on the topic of price, we move on to the second P. And Kronkompaniet have stated that they do not want to be confused with regular flea markets or auctions, as they want to convey a more exclusive image of the company, meaning that they will work towards attracting customers that are willing to pay a higher price for high quality. Therefore, the company aims to appeal to a fairly well-off clientele and offer products with high quality and with sustainable characteristics. In the case of promotion, they have expressed a desire to mostly work with social media so that they can post pictures and interact with their customers. We believe this to be a very good platform for Kronkompaniet to spread awareness of the brand, and we'll talk more about this in a minute.
So back to place. Place is meant where you as a customer can reach them, and they basically have 2 parts where you can reach them. They have first of all their showroom, which is in their own house where they live in Mullsjö, which is maybe not the best location since it's a really small town and not close to the bigger town like Stockholm, Gothenburg or Malmö. But the second one is much more efficient and better, and that's a web shop, like a web page. And one very important thing to have in mind when you create your own web page, and as we told them, that they have the web page so you can use it on your phone, computer, and tablet. So wherever you are in the world, you can use their own web page and reach them wherever you are. Next one, people, and that's mean about who they are and who created everything. And the company is owned and created by Annika and Laszlo, which is a couple who lives in Mullsjö, and they are doing this company on the side of their full-time job. So they put all their free time and spare time on this project. And they have a lot of experience in different areas, as Laszlo have in HR, for example, and Annika in some marketing. Next is process, and it mean how they become and how they get all the products to sell to the customers. So the sheepskin are taken from Transylvania and also made there because the people who lives there in Transylvania, they eat the meat, but then they usually throw the skin away. But now Annika and Laszlo and Kronkompaniet take it and make them sellable here in Sweden. And then they have their old parts, they also buy old lamps and old furniture that they restore and then sell them with a lot of history in the parts. Yes. And then we have the physical evidence, which is more how you as a customer can remember and get more information about the products and so on. So for one example, we think they could have a stamp with their logo on all the sheepskins, so people recognize them and recognize their product. If they maybe want to sell the products further in like 10 or 15 years, or the old stuff, they maybe have their logo on some other parts of it. So over to next part, which is the SWOT analysis. Petter.
Yes. Okay, so we've done a SWOT analysis of Kronkompaniet, and a SWOT analysis is an evaluation of a company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's used to gain an overview of the company and to know its strengths and the things in need of improvement. So starting off with strengths, Kronkompaniet's biggest strength, without a doubt, is its ecological, well-produced sheepskins. The skins are easily traceable from sheep to consumer and are produced ecologically by local craftsmen in Transylvania. A value chain like this is quite rare and a major strength for the company, and it gives them an edge over their competition. Kronkompaniet has a big focus on sustainability, both environmental and social. Environmental in the sense that the skins are naturally produced, and social in the sense that it contributes to the less fortunate Transylvanian workers involved in the supply chain. Being sustainable is good for obvious reasons, but it's also something that's very trendy and encourages people to purchase the company's products. Moving on to the weaknesses of Kronkompaniet. Since most of the business will be done online, shipping is a big concern. It's expensive and will most likely mean a higher price of the products, which might result in fewer sales. Shipping is also something that will cause damage to the environment, which Kronkompaniet is firmly against. Therefore, the shipping of multiple items together will probably be the best alternative to avoid costs and do as little damage to the environment as possible. Next up is opportunities, and the opportunity to start Kronkompaniet arose with the discovery of the value chain in Transylvania. There, the sheep are not bred for the skin, but are living naturally, and the skin is just a byproduct of the meat consumption. Kronkompaniet discovered an opportunity to contribute and make money off of something that would otherwise go to waste. Lastly, we have threats, which the biggest one for Kronkompaniet is other companies selling sheepskin, which there are a lot of in Sweden. The products of most companies might not be as original or have the same quality as Kronkompaniet, but they are quite a lot cheaper. There are companies selling high quality sheepskins in Sweden, but at a much higher price, and the hand-sewn patterns of Kronkompaniet are unique. However, the other companies could pose a threat to Kronkompaniet, and that is something Jonathan will elaborate on.
All right, thank you very much. So the competitive analysis of Kronkompaniet mainly consists of trying to find competitors, and within this very niche market that Kronkompaniet is operating within, there's really hard to find companies that sell similar products. It's a lot of companies that do sell these products, but at a completely different quality and price level. So they are not really competing for the same customers, which is an advantage for Kronkompaniet. And if they manage to find their target customers that are willing to pay this money for the products that they offer, Kronkompaniet has a good chance to take a big part of that market. Yeah, so it looks good for them competitive-wise, as long as they can find the customers and people that wants to pay for it.
Yes.
Let's move on to the social medias in Victoria.
Yes. So Kronkompaniet needs to get their name out. So therefore, they need to market themselves. And they also have told us they have a limited budget for marketing. So that's why we want to make them be able to market themselves in the best way, but also in the cheapest way. So that's why we have decided that we think they should market through social media. As of right now, Googling their name gets 0 hits. And we know that neither of them have earlier experience in establishing a page and marketing through social media. So that's why we have decided to deliver our ideas to get started with their Facebook page and to optimize it in the best way. So we think that they should have the logo as their profile picture because it represents their company, but also so people get familiar with the logo. We think they should have a cover photo as an inspirational picture of their home environment with their products there, because that is the first thing people will see when they visit the page. There should be a description, which should include what they do, who they are, and the process behind it, which should be short and concise. We think that they should post about 3 to 4 times a week, just to stay updated, and people will recognize Kronkompaniet. And also, from our own experience, because we are daily users of Facebook, we think that we look at posts that post pictures and videos. So that's an idea we have for them to, with every post that they put on their social or their Facebook page, should include a picture or a video. Also, this is just an idea, but they can have a competition to give away one of their products. So it gets people to like their page and to share their pictures. So their name will get out and more people will know them. They will get more followers, which potentially will be customers. So that was all for Facebook, but we also have another suggestion that can be used now, but will probably be used more in the future, and that is the use of an influencer. If you don't know what an influencer is a person with the use of social media that can affect how people behave and act. So what Kronkompaniet can do is to reach out to an influencer in the age of their target group with a social media page focused on interior design to market their products. This could be costly, but in the future, when their budget for marketing has increased, they could put more time and money on this type of marketing. So we believe that this is a great marketing alternative that can expand their sales. So Eric, can you talk about our ideas for their Instagram?
Yes, so Instagram. In contrast to I think how Kronkompaniet should use Facebook, we believe that Instagram should be used more like a real-life store, like their visual showroom. They can both post pictures of items they have collected and show inspirational ways of how customers can use those products. A tip we have for this could be to edit the pictures so they look in the same way, so it's a pleasant experience for the eye. This can to attract more followers. Their Instagram page would be very comparable to their physical showroom in their home, as it would serve a similar purpose of providing a visual representation of their products. However, it would now be online, which would reach a greater number of people. Jonathan will now talk about another suggestion of ours.
All right, thank you. So an idea that we had about how to market themselves with a low budget here in the beginning and reach their target customers is to partner up with potential agents, real estate agents and firms to be a part of house showings and apartment showings, basically by like furnishing apartments or houses with their sheepskins so people can see the products in context, how they could look in their own homes, basically. So what we thought was that the target group of customers that they have is between 35 and 55, which is usually the same for house buyings. So it's people with a little bit more money that buy houses, and that will be a great way for them to reach out to their target customers. So that's a good way for both. It's a good deal for both parts here, because the companies that sell the houses usually spends a lot of money on furnishings for their showings, and that could decrease their costs for that. Also, it will be a great marketing tool for Kronkompaniet. Yes. So let's move on to a sort of conclusion here.
Yeah, first of all, we will talk about a little bit short of newspaper. We think also they can use of some newspapers. Like in Jönköping, they are having their showroom pretty close to Jönköping. So they can contact some newspapers company and ask if they would like to write about their story, because they have actually been in Transylvania and look how the process are how they're doing from like the sheep to how they are right now, because all time in media are good time, and that's coming over to one of the most efficient way, and that's mouth to mouth. So that means that when people start to talk about your company, they will tell their friends and so on, and more people will get to know about you and your company. So we think it's very important for them to just show themselves wherever they can and as much as they can. So Kronkompaniet have got a really good like assignment from us here, and with different ideas how to market themselves, since they haven't really started to sell their own products right now. They have a lot of different ideas to work with, and both in short run and long run.